To answer your question, yes, we are two adult women. And yes, we love Bieber, and that's why we're publicly stalking him.
We're crazy.
Hey! Maybe he's what America needs. One nation under beeps. We're gonna be two less lonely girls. We're gonna be two less lonely girls. We love Justin Bieber, and let us be clear, we're not being ironic at all.
Hosted by Corinne Fisher and Rosebud Baker.
Welcome back, everybody, to Two Less Lonely Girls.
I'm Rosebud Baker.
I'm Corinne Fisher.
And it is the end of the year. End of the decade.
Yeah, end of the decade.
Wow.
Exciting.
That's crazy.
Is it?
Yeah. That's crazy to me.
I think it's just the word decade. It feels large.
Yeah. I'm just like, I remember when it turned 2010.
Oh, God. What was I doing then?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, I have no idea, honestly.
Oh, that's like, I mean, basically that's when I was starting stand-up. That's because 2010 was the year I started doing stand-up comedy.
This is the second decade I've celebrated sober.
Yay! That's cool.
Nuts.
That's great.
I never meant for it to go on this long.
Oh, you always thought you would go back to the bottle?
Yeah. I was always like...
And you just have
I
no
just
desire
never thought,
to?
I just never thought that I would stay sober past like a year.
Oh,
You know what
okay.
I mean? It's really weird that here I am.
What a huge achievement. Good for you.
Oh, God. Let's not.
I think it's cool.
It is, I guess. It's not cool, but it's good.
I think it is cool to
Cool
be able to
is like doing cocaine
All
in a
right.
fucking Four Seasons bathtub.
You know what? It is cool until you date that person, which I have time and time again.
Yeah.
And then you go, this is actually not cool. Like when you to see an adult man shitting themselves. That's not cool.
Yeah. I mean, in your 20s it can be. You're like, yeah, we were just shitting ourselves. We didn't give a shit.
We didn't give a
Literally
shit.
didn't give a shit.
We took a shit while not giving a shit.
My 20s were an actual shitstorm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no. Like I threw up in the presence of a man the other day and I was like, I need to kill myself now. I actually need to kill myself.
Really? You were just like, I hope I vaporize?
I mean, to me, at 34, that behavior is so reprehensible that I was like, I apologize.
This behavior is reprehensible.
I can't. I mean, and it was
what
a
a 34-year-old thing to say.
It was a it was just me on flu medication, not realizing how deeply I would be affected by Mucinex and Sudafed, and having a couple drinks on that while it was still in my system. But yeah, no, I was like, that you deserve an award for even asking me out again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like I threw up on him, which God, I've done that before, but that in my
That's
20s.
sweet.
I've thrown up on every boyfriend.
I feel like
I love
Andy would-
vomiting. I can't.
I feel like Andy would love it if I like threw up on him. He just like wants someone to take care of.
Oh, yeah. See, like I feel like my ex, the musician, I feel like he was the best with like disgusting things.
Yeah.
But that's also because he did so much heroin. I feel like he's just dealt with enough disgusting things.
Yeah.
That he was really like, was always really good. So I feel like if I threw up on him, which I actually didn't, we weren't together long enough.
Yeah.
I feel like he would have handled that the best.
Absolutely. Addicts thrive in chaos.
Yeah.
We really do. It's
Yeah.
kind of our home base.
I don't know. I feel like the drug users are better than the alcoholics I've dated, because I've dated more alcoholics than drug users.
Yeah.
And they were better.
With chaos?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, drug users, I feel like, are just in general kind of, it depends on the drug, but I think sober alcoholics, addicts are just good with chaos. We're worse with when things are good and calm.
Yeah.
Then we like to cause a fucking, ruckus.
Right.
Then we go, all right, let's fuck some shit up.
Amazing.
Anyway, do you guys, today we're gonna do a roundup of the 2019.
Yeah.
I'm already ahead of us.
Yeah, Rosebud's already like,
I'm into next year.
this decade's canceled.
Yeah, we're done. We're done with this fucking decade. We are going to do a roundup of the best pop culture moments of 2019 for you.
Yeah.
How's that sound? Well, you can't answer. So listen up or jump off the ship that
Yes.
is your iPad.
Yes. Wow.
What the fuck am I saying?
I don't know.
God, that really went off the rails.
It's cute.
That
It's
sentence
great.
was a disaster.
It's great.
I've picked a couple of my favorites.
Yeah.
Corinne, I was wondering as I was writing these down, I was like, I don't know if she's going to agree with all of these.
Well, I don't, but I don't have better answers though. So, but you can go through them.
We'll probably remember a few.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I have to
But
pick
I was
out of
just-
my mind.
I was just going through the year and remembering like what I was going through at the time. I remember right after my breakup, the Fyre Fest documentaries came out.
Yeah, the Fyre Fest was definitely those documentaries those were big pop culture moments. I will give you that.
Huge,
Yeah,
huge. I remember I was in the midst of losing the longest relationship I've ever been in, and I was like, this whole relationship was a sham. And then these 2 fucking documentaries came out about a massive festival, which was also a sham.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna channel a lot of my frustration towards this goddamn festival. You know? How dare they?
Yeah.
Waste these people's time.
Yeah. Really make the Fyre Fest documentary about your relationship.
Yeah, it was like they made them believe that it was going to be a paradise. They made them put the time in. They packed their bags. They changed their lives for this festival. They showed up. They were ready to get to work.
I honestly never until now realized how many similarities there were between the Fyre Fest and your former relationship.
Yeah, it was
That's
the
wild.
Fyre Festival.
That's wild.
Okay. It was a man with a hot body promising me paradise. And let me tell you something. Sexually it kind of was, but everything else it didn't work out long term.
Right.
You know, the festival docs really, they helped me through it. Mm-hmm. They did. I was like, you know what? I'm not the only person in this world who falls for the wrong thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so funny because
Did I just make that depressing?
well, I mean, the Fyre Fest was depressing. People
It
were
was.
pissed. A lot of people lost a lot of money.
But it's also hilarious.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't lose money, so who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't lose money either.
Yeah.
I loved those documentaries. I felt like it was such a good way to I love seeing people get called on their shit, you know? Even though I am against cancel culture in a lot of ways, I also feel like it does a lot of good. And
Yeah, it depends. It's like these I have problems with these micro cancellations. Like we can't go through for one sentence you said 5 years ago. But I think if you put together a huge thing that was a scam, well, that's
and you
a different.
wasted a ton of people's money.
It's a little different story.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, you might have really believed that you were going to give them something good.
Yeah.
You might have actually believed your own lies. you
Well,
know?
yeah. I mean,
And I've fallen for my own lies as well.
it happens to the best of us.
It happens to the best of us. There's so many of us have fallen for our own fucking lies. And I think maybe on some level that's what happened. But I also feel like this guy was getting money thrown at him. He was like, he had no idea what to do with it. He was like, I'm getting so successful. It goes to his head. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, you've wasted the money of a ton of fucking hipsters. And the world is laughing at the hipsters and also you.
Well, it was 2019 was kind of the year of fake it till you make it and not working out, because we also saw that with the HBO documentary on Elizabeth Holmes that we talked about months ago with the Theranos.
Yeah.
And yeah. Well, because I think we see success happening to young people so quickly, and these small companies and these innovative ideas, and people just being we're in such a rush to present ideas and to look like we're being awesome in front of everyone on social media, that people don't lay the proper foundation.
Right. They don't do the groundwork. Yeah. So 2020, hopefully we fucking start to turn it around. Mm-hmm. You know? I'm hoping in the next decade, and I was talking to my friend Makala about this, that there is a way for us to, I don't know how we're going to do it, but I want technology to figure out a way where you can work out in the morning, and for that day, you're your goal weight.
Ooh.
And then you go back to your regular weight the next day.
Oh, man.
But I think that would really instantaneously inspire a lot of people to work out.
Yeah, of course. If you could work out once, like that's everyone's dream. That's what everyone thinks.
That's what you think is going to happen.
I mean, that's also one of my favorite parts of the new year because I go to the gym regularly, but I know I'm going to show up like January 2nd or 3rd whenever I decide to drag my ass in there.
Yeah.
And I am going to see a lot of fresh new faces.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's amazing, like in a huge gym in New York City. I go to a New York sports club that's literally like 3 levels. It's huge. And I see the same 20 people.
Yeah. New Year's Eve is like if you were to take, you know, when you're going to bed at night and you're like figuring out your schedule for the next day?
Yes.
And you're like writing your schedule down as if you're going to be a brand new person tomorrow.
I do that every day.
Yeah, I do. I'll write down and I'm like, who the fuck do I think I am? Like, I'll wake up in the morning, look at my schedule and be like, yeah, who the fuck was I talking about?
You start making adjustments immediately. You go, I don't need a shower today. I showered 3 days ago.
That'll be tomorrow. This will be tomorrow. This will be next year. I don't know why I thought that was going to be done.
Yeah, and I'll be like, this, if I achieve it before I die, it'll be a success.
Yeah. I'm like, start a family. Like, start a family has been on my fucking to-do list for a decade.
I mean, I'm the same bitch. I'm like, who will like be like, I want to read a book a month. And I'm like, I think I got through half a book this year.
I do want to read a book a month. God,
Me
I really
too.
want to be that person.
That is my goal every year, is to read more. And I've purchased more books. I've done that part.
That's all I've done.
I've given the money to the book people.
I just want to be a smarter person.
Yeah. I fucking love reading.
Yeah.
I really love it.
And I like being informed. I like having something to fucking add to conversations.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a wasted person in a conversation. I mean, truly, this podcast has given me such a strong idea of like how much I don't fucking know about what's going on in the world. Like,
Well, I mean,
I feel
this
like we
is-
cover stuff, but
It's pop culture. You don't really need to know this.
yeah, but like, this is the stuff that people know about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is the stuff that's trending on Twitter. And it's like, how come I don't check? What am I doing?
I don't know, Rosie. What are you doing?
I don't know. Anyway, my second thing on my list was what? I think it was
It was the Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper singing "Shallow" at the Oscars in February.
yeah, and I still believe that they are fucking.
Oh, yes.
They were fucking 100%.
There's no way they didn't fuck.
And I'm so upset that they wouldn't fucking admit it. Like, they both divorced or like called off their engagement at the same time.
I mean, Lady Gaga's
they're
called
like-
off many an engagement.
He was like eating her pussy under the piano.
It was
crazy.
If they actually weren't fucking, I would be more concerned after witnessing that behavior.
Yeah. I'm like, if I was one of their significant others and I watched that, my TV would be broken with a baseball bat. I would have taken a baseball bat to my TV and just wished that I could have somehow broken through the time-space continuum and hit both of them through it.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in the audience at the Oscars and I was dating one of them, I would have stood up and been like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And then I would have left.
Yeah. That would have been the perfect ending.
I mean, because I would have, you know me, I can't censor myself.
Yeah, and that's how I walked out of that movie.
Yeah. My favorite pop culture moment of 2019 was Rosebud's response to A Star Is Born.
Oh my God, let me tell you something.
The anger.
Oh, I watched it again. Because Andy wanted to watch it, of course, on the way back from London. And he was like, let's watch A Star Is Born. And I was like, okay. I was like, this movie sucks, so you know.
Wow, you're the couple who has to watch movies together now?
Oh God.
You guys. I can't believe you watched a movie you didn't like the first time again. That's honestly really sweet.
I wanted to see if he didn't like it, and thank God he didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
He was like, this is trash. He's like, this is the most codependent bullshit I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, yes. The behavior in the movie is trash. Agreed.
Also, like, what kind of pussy kills himself just because your manager says one thing? Like, your wife's manager says one thing about how you can't go on tour with her, and you're like, I'm not going to the concert. I'm going to give the dog a steak, and I'm going to hang myself in the garage.
Right.
It's like, shut up.
Well, I mean, obviously, he was thinking like, I just need to get myself out of the way so that the love of my life can succeed.
If you haven't seen A Star Is Born, And
Don't. No, I
I'm
liked
just
it. But, okay, but my
letting you know that you got a dog's warning on it.
My thing though is, yes, of course, the behavior that the two characters exhibited was pathetic. However, I thought the movie, if we're just watching it as like, it was interesting, was the acting good? I enjoyed those things.
The acting was good. I'll give it that.
You weren't like interested in the story?
No, I didn't give a fuck about the story.
I liked it.
I was like, I know where this is going. I've
I
been
mean-
in this relationship.
Well, you also should know where it's going because it's a remake.
Well, yeah, but I didn't see the original.
It was like, wasn't it like the third remake too? It's
God.
been made multiple times.
I mean, it's just so fucking sad.
people love to see dramatic performers.
I hate seeing women save men.
No, I mean-
who aren't worth saving.
Oh, I mean, me too. I hate women seeing even men who are worth saving.
Yeah. I almost left Andy passed out the other day when he fainted during my Christmas present.
I was like, the only reason, like, yeah, that you shouldn't have done that is because, like, it was, I mean, kind of your fault. So.
But he didn't tell me.
Yeah, no. He didn't communicate.
He didn't tell
Communication,
me.
guys, it's key.
He still won't admit it that he's scared of needles. Anyway, but he did say medicine isn't presents, and I'll give him that. he came out of it and he was like, babe. I was like, what? He's like, medicine isn't presents.
Well, to me, it sounded more like it was just to tell you, if people are listening, Rosebud gave her boyfriend a hydration treatment that you get via needle. I've never even heard of this. Like, when I heard you doing it, I was like, this is some rich people shit.
Next thing on my list was, and this is not something that I was paying attention to at the time, but I
Ooh,
remember
I
everybody
was.
talking about it,
I was
was the Jordan Woods and Tristan Thompson drama. Breaking up Chloe and Jordan's friendship. The world was reeling. Mm-hmm. I remember everyone talking about it.
Yes.
I was in a fucking fog. I have no idea where I was on this, but I was reading up on it this morning and it was so dramatic.
It was so
And
dramatic.
I'm so sad that I missed out on it at the time because it really was one of the top moments of pop culture in 2019.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's still not even clear. I mean, there was a lot of talk that, it was kind of everything that happens in the Kardashians' lives is carefully scripted and curated, and that because there was something big. There's always something big that the Kardashians are about to drop. Like, I guess it was like the new season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians was happening, or some kind of a makeup release. I don't know. They're always doing such. I mean, God, for all the shit people talk about them, I mean, they are savvy as fuck business women.
Yes, they are.
And I mean, even myself, I've set an alarm to get a product that I knew if I didn't get it as soon as it went on sale, would be sold out by the time my comedian ass wakes up.
Right.
I'm looking because I was like, there was some chatter that Jordan Woods was basically paid off to kind of publicly be torn down, but I don't know if that's true or not. I think it kind of seemed real, but I never know. Even though I am someone working in the entertainment business, they are at such a higher level than we are existing at that I don't even know what's
It's a
real
whole
and
other
what's
set of
not.
rules, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole other life.
So I totally understand how people can be tricked, how things like, how the things like the Blair Witch Project people can believe were real.
Yeah.
Because it's a well-oiled machine.
Game. They're playing a different fucking game
Yeah.
that we don't know the rules to. So we'll never be able to play it until you're thrown in and you lose a couple rounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you fucking learn the rules.
Yeah, it's oh my God.
I think that was like a major moment in 2019. And also, let's not forget Britney.
Oh, going back to Jordan thing, so I was looking for this actual, because I knew I posted an Instagram post about it, and even the Instagram post was one of my top Instagram posts of 2019 because people were outraged by this. I just put, as you see, I'm showing it to Rosebud. It's just a picture of Jordan Woods. It was some kind of a makeup ad where I guess she's trying to express that like the color isn't right for her, and so she's pointing up at her face with making like a sad face, and I wrote, that face you make when you fuck someone's boyfriend and end up fucking yourself instead, which I just thought was like funny. And I did tag her in it, but it's like, okay, don't do that. And they're both at fault. I just thought there was a funnier picture, and people went wild. It was like 357 comments long, people arguing of it, people being like, you're not a feminist.
That's the
I
thing.
was like, it was a fucking
That pisses
joke.
me off so much that now when somebody fucks your boyfriend, you're not a feminist to get mad at them.
I go, it was a
It's
joke.
like, that is the most insane bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Like, truly, I remember after me and Seton broke up,
We've hit a sore spot.
I remember like thinking, if anybody in comedy fucks my ex-boyfriend,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking tear their hair out.
This is true. I did hear Rosebud say this because she said it to my face.
And I was like,
I mean, I wasn't trying to fuck him.
I remember saying that, and I remember being like, oh, and of course, like, now if you get mad at like a woman for fucking your ex or fucking your boyfriend, you know what I mean? It was like the body wasn't even cold yet, but like you're all of a sudden not a feminist, and I'm like, all right, fine, then I'm not. I don't give a shit. I'm allowed to have my fucking feelings.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, for me, the thing
Like,
was,
this is like, I hate when they use feminism as a way. Charlie. He thinks he's killing someone for me. That's why.
it's really sweet.
I think when you use feminism as a way to try to oversee other women's behavior and like punish them for it,
Yeah.
you've missed the fucking mark, honey. All right,
Rosebud just turned into a drag queen.
you have.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree, and it's kind of like the number one thing that's used when people are mad at me, just because of my, being the co-host.
They go, oh, how can you call
Feminist
yourself a feminist
podcast.
and then feel this way? And it's like, I don't know, because I just do.
Yeah. Well, but it's
Maybe
also,
suck my dick.
it's also like, of course, the person who is the number one responsible party is the person in the relationship. But that doesn't mean that I'm also not going to be mad at the woman. I'm mad at both of them.
Yeah, and also it's way easier to hate someone that you didn't love.
I mean, well, that's where the problem comes in. Yeah. So, I mean, I do agree with, but I was like, this was just a joke. And like Jordan Woods was kind of the star because she was like the more interesting party. No one's interested. I mean, I just find athletes to be very boring. So that's why.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's not an interesting post.
Right. But anyway, that was a fucking major sore spot for a lot of people. And
It
divided
was.
America.
It went on for a while too, and I thought there would be more resolution by now, and there just hasn't been. It kind of is like we heard about her for a couple weeks, and then it's like she was wiped from the planet. Like, actually, let me go to her Instagram right now. I have no idea, like, is she even a person anymore? I mean,
she might have vaporized.
Well, she changed her name like to Air Jordan, like an heir to the throne, like HEIR. And she has 11 million followers, which is incredible because I don't even know what she
Does.
I
don't know
or
what she
why
does
she's
either.
famous beyond being a kind of part of the Kardashian crew. I mean, yeah. Okay, her last post was a day ago, and it says stepping into 2020 and it's just a video of her looking hot. Anyone else feel really good about this upcoming decade? Okay.
All right. Good for you, Jordan.
Oh, okay. And then the post before that is her getting makeup, and it said, my favorite part of becoming ISIS for sacrifice.
What? Oh, like the god?
I don't know. It's like she's shooting some kind of a movie in New Orleans. Well, Alfred heard ISIS and he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's like ready to fight for.
Oh, it's someone goes, becoming what? And then 1,500 people liked it. And she goes, that's my character's name. So, I mean, I think this is just someone who knows how to stir up drama, which obviously makes sense because she learned from the best, the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? You do whatever you need to do, girl.
Yeah. I mean, my hope for you is that you get your own boyfriend. No, I honestly had no idea what the fuck was going on. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they were friends. I don't follow the Kardashians. I know it's crazy. We have a pop culture podcast. I don't watch the Kardashians. I never have.
I like the show. I mean, I just genuinely find the show entertaining.
I find the family to be geniuses business-wise, and I am inspired by them in that way, and that is all.
Yeah. I also like the product they make. They came out with Kim Kardashian just released like her Skims shapewear line.
Yeah.
And like it looks great.
This is a hard left turn.
Okay.
But I'm going to say that one of my favorite moments about 2019 was that 20 years after the release of The Matrix, we had a Keanu-sans.
Oh my God, Keanu was so hot this year.
He came back hard.
Yeah. Because it was what, John Wick?
Yeah. John Wick 3.
I did see
And then
it.
he had a hilarious appearance on Always Be My Maybe in Ali Wong's movie.
Oh, I didn't see that. I kept wanting. That's a movie that I almost started to watch 50 times and then never did.
He had the funniest scene.
Oh, shit,
in
what
that
happened in
movie.
it?
He gets like a vase like smashed over his head and he's like bleeding everywhere and he's like, I'm Keanu. And he's like, he's got this like scarf
So
on.
he's playing himself?
He's playing himself, but he's playing like the most douchiest like art gallery
Heightened version, yeah.
goer version of himself. And I love to see people like that get just trashed, you know?
Well, yeah, I think that sounds like kind of like a lot of what James Van Der Beek did post Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
Like it makes me so horny for someone who you're not
Leans
sure
into how he's made fun of.
Yes, like I love that.
Yeah.
I think it's so wonderful.
Yeah, me too.
I love
it's
that.
great. And it makes you think, oh, okay, they're funny. You
Yeah.
know, that's what it is. It's like they're funny.
Oh, speaking of that, well, because I mean, I was thinking of like James Van Der Beek is someone who I got a response on social media from this year. What was your favorite like personal social media celebrity interaction?
I mean, I've got to say it was Schumer.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
it fucking led to.
yeah. Oh,
You know what
didn't-
I mean?
I didn't know that started online. I thought she knew you from the comedy community.
She reached out to me on Instagram.
Really? I actually didn't even know that.
Yeah. She
Oh.
fucking DM'd me on Instagram
And
it
just
was like-
said-
was like, hey, would you want to meet up in New York?
Oh.
And I was like, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I would want to meet up with you in New York.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then met up with her and fucking got to. I went up to Aubin Pain. What was it? I think it was Aubin Pain or one of those little
Le Pont
French. You know,
Quotidien.
yes, there we go.
It's always, you know how I knew it was Le Pont Quotidien? Because it's always like every fucking business meeting with anyone semi-important,
Yeah.
or important, or who thinks they're important, it's always Le Pont Quotidien every time.
And I met up with her. I ran up there. She was pregnant. She was throwing up in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
She had just taken this video of her throwing up in the bathroom, and she
Wow,
was
I
like,
saw that.
Yep. And then she posted it after our meeting. And I was like,
Content?
yep. And I was like, this is hilarious. And I feel like I'm meeting with the president of comedy. You
Oh,
know what I
that's
mean? Like
so
I felt like,
cool.
yeah. So that has to be it. I mean, I was truly,
Yeah.
that was the most life-changing fucking.
Because I was like, you also like, we both DM'd with Zaddy Luntz a little bit
Yeah.
this year.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was like, my favorite celebrity interaction on social media was Kathy Griffin.
Absolutely.
Which also led to Kathy Griffin being on Guys We Fucked. And now Kathy Griffin is someone who like, and I don't do it all the time, I don't abuse it, but like we have talked since, and I truly feel like I could DM her and
Yeah.
like if I need like advice on comedy or like it was so great because that was so full circle because she's truly one of the reasons that I started comedy.
Yeah.
So
Next item.
Yes.
We had Game of Thrones finale, Disappointed America.
did it because I completely separated myself from Game of Thrones.
You did?
Yeah, because it was the first TV show that my many exes ago, the one that was the impetus for Guys We Fucked, started watching with his now wife, and so I can never watch the show.
Okay.
Because it literally just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
You know how I don't know if you know, like, but like, there's always something.
Well, I just want you to
first
know
thing you see someone experience
that if that's
together.
the show that they enjoyed together,
Yeah.
that they were both disappointed at the same time.
Okay.
Because it disappointed everyone.
Really?
Everyone that loved Game of Thrones hated the finale. I didn't hate it, but everyone else did.
But what was disappointing about it?
They just felt that it was out of character the way that
Oh.
it ended.
Okay.
That it didn't make any sense and that it felt botched.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So, and another thing about it that kind of disappointed me was, well, the only thing about it that disappointed me was that it overshadowed the finale of Veep, which is one of the greatest shows of all time.
I like
ever.
I like Veep a lot. I didn't watch the whole thing,
Written.
but I like it a lot.
Like writing wise, greatest show I've ever seen in terms of comedy writing. Jokes every 15 fucking seconds to the
Yeah.
point where you're like, I can't even keep up with this.
Yeah, and I was so happy for Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I love her so much.
Yeah.
and I love her outside of Seinfeld. That's not why I love her. I like love her for being her.
Yeah. But also the show, Veep finale got better ratings than Game of Thrones finale.
Oh, good.
Which was good to know.
Cool.
Even though people were talking about Game of Thrones more because people love to talk about they like to complain on social media more than they like
those
to.
are both HBO shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we said goodbye to those two beloved shows in 2019.
Yeah.
But we greeted a little baby prince.
Oh! I thought you were going to go into a show, and then, but you literally meant a baby prince.
Yeah, no, we did.
Because I was like,
It's its own show.
Because I was
kind of.
like a little baby prince. I was like, are we going into Euphoria here? Because I was like,
No.
I think that's like the smash hit of 2019 was Euphoria.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Certainly was.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about royal baby Archie.
Okay. I could not care less about the royal family.
Yeah, me either. But it's like a big deal to people.
Right. Also, Archie is a strange name for a baby.
Actually, his
and
full name is Prince Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor.
that's a little much.
Yeah.
A little much.
Yeah.
That's too much.
I can't.
Archie? Also, can you imagine fucking an Archie?
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
Archie. Archie. Ew! It even grossed me out when I said it.
Gross.
Nasty.
Gross. It's like fucking a, comic book character.
Yeah, I know or Archie Bunker, who's just a racist.
Right.
I know it's weird because if I had a kid, I would have to, I guess,
I would
call out their name like I was coming to them. And that's strange to have done to your child, but also I think they would thank me
Wait,
later in
what?
life. I would have to scream whatever I was naming my child. I would have to scream as if I was in a fits of sexual pleasure.
That's not how you scream your child's name.
I would have to make sure. Not before I named my kid that. I would have
I thought
to.
you meant that's how you have to call your kid on the playground.
No,
I was like, what?
No, before they were born, you have to test the name. So you have to make fun of it. You have to yell it out like you're coming to it.
Oh my God. Thank God you don't have a child.
Well,
Thank God. Oh my God. I can just see you like your husband's like giving you baby name options and you're like, and he's
You're
like, what's going on
like,
here?
Trevor.
You're like, I'm just trying to make him feel good.
You're like, that one works. I want my kid to go through life with a fuckable name, a hireable name.
Yeah. It has to be fuckable and hireable, which is a tough balance to hit.
Work-life balance.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
These are just things to think of. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
These are the hard topics that we handle here on Two Loves Lonely Girls.
We try to do the hard-hitting stuff. We really get into the nitty-gritty. What else? I guess the women's soccer won the World Cup. That was a big moment in the middle of a fucking battle, an ongoing lawsuit against the World Soccer Federation for
Right.
gender discrimination.
Right. I was excited for them.
I don't know where that led. Did they ever?
Well,
We were all pretty much, we had our panties in a bunch for about 2 weeks about that, and then we all forgot.
Well, and then the short haired woman who's obviously it's not working because I don't know her name, but she became a little bit of a star. Mm-hmm. Like I know her when I see her because she's done like appearances on talk shows and stuff. So I'm like, oh, it's that lady from soccer. I don't know her name though.
Yeah. I'm
guess
trying
I
to
could
think
look
of
it
other
up.
moments. I mean, we had we had Free Britney.
Free Britney.
Justin got married.
Justin got married, and I think there was some. Well, just recently we had, the Timberlake, Jessica Biel handhold gate, where Justin Timberlake was holding his co-star's hand under a table, and then basically publicly embarrassed his wife, as always, happens.
Wow.
You missed that?
This is the first time I've fucking heard about this.
Okay. Well, you're going to get angry.
I cannot.
This is the kind of thing that will really anger you, Rosebud.
I cannot believe that shit.
Okay. Were you a fan of that couple?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna look this up because I have to get the co-star's name.
What the fuck did this son of a bitch do?
And the problem was, it's like, I don't understand.
I swear to fucking God.
I'm actually so glad you hadn't heard about it, so we can get your raw reaction.
I don't know what the fuck we have to do to these men. What the fuck do we have to do to you? We suck your dicks. We put your dirty dicks in our mouths.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So here's the photo. It's Alicia Wainwright, his co-star from something he was working on. So like, this is them. And like, if you're going to hold...
Wait, where...
So that's her hand on his knee and that's his hand over it.
Oh, this fucking asshole.
Here, it's circled here.
Oh, this fucking dick. Oh my God.
And it's interesting.
She's like leaning in.
And it's interesting because in this case, it was really Justin Timberlake who everyone attacked. So it's funny how sometimes we pick and choose. I think also like just no one really knew who Alicia Wainwright was enough to get mad at her. And I think, we were mad at Justin because Justin and Jessica Biel are such a cute couple, that kind of a thing, and he did release an apology on Instagram. No matter
what did he say? What did this motherfucker say?
No matter how famous you are, you still gotta write in the notes section and screenshot it and post it on Instagram. Well, and that's the thing. It's like I
am heated.
What angers me about this, less than the hand holding, more than the hand holding, is the fucking stupidity. Like I hadn't even seen this photo yet. I just knew that it was hand holding and it was under a table. But it's not. I thought it was like a table with a tablecloth that paparazzi. Like, how famous? Like, you're so stupid. You're way too famous to be doing this.
There is
like,
no
what
table.
What are people thinking?
There's no table. They're not sitting at a table. They're sitting on a bench and there's a table around them.
Well, there's a table. No, it's like a cocktail thing.
This is unbelievable.
Okay, so Justin said, God damn it. I stay away from gossip as much as I can, but for my family.
No, you don't, honey. No, you don't. You don't. You might stay away from gossip, but you don't stay away from fucking photographers.
Yeah, or things that people would want to write about.
Women.
Right. I mean, this is the same person who was, part of Janet Jackson nip slip. So you love drama, bitch. I stay away from gossip as much as I can, but for my family, I feel like it is important to address recent rumors that are hurting the people I love. A few weeks ago, I displayed a strong lapse in judgment, but let me be clear, nothing happened between me and my co-star. I drank way too much that night and I regret my behavior. I should have known better. This is not the example I want to set for my son. I apologize to my amazing wife and family for putting them through such an embarrassing situation, and I am focused on being the best husband and father I can be. This was not that. I am incredibly proud to be working on Palmer, looking forward to continuing to make this movie and excited for people to see it. I mean, my only thought is that it could possibly be some press needed for Palmer, but other than that, I don't know. Well,
I cannot believe. I just can't fucking believe this shit.
I love how mad you are.
God, if I were Jessica, I mean, he would be.
Well, I'm honestly.
I'm like, you have like the hottest woman.
Yeah, she is. Jessica Biel's a smoke show.
And you're fucking around in front of photographers, staying away from gossip, but not other women.
Well, it's weird because, yeah.
I am like, these fucking dudes are so goddamn disrespectful and ungrateful, and it just infuriates me.
Well, and part of the conversation also that I thought was interesting with this whole Justin Timberlake thing was Justin is obviously prefers black women. And so everyone was kind of like, he's consistently been seen over the years. Like everyone he was seen with, outside of Jessica Biel and Britney Spears were black women. And so it's also kind of a conversation about that. And it's like, did he not feel comfortable marrying a black? Well, that's who he's sexually attracted to.
I don't know. I mean, I can't speak to that.
No, I know, but that was a part of and I thought that was an interesting part of the conversation in pop culture because every time, I mean, he had been photographed so many times over the years, like even back to NSYNC, and that's who he's obviously is attracted to. That's what makes his dick hard.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes what makes a marriage work isn't necessarily what you're attracted
most sexually attracted to. Yeah.
I guess, maybe he and Jessica have some kind of fucking arrangement.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. And I think America is really not comfortable with non-traditional marriage structures or relationship structures yet. But yeah, keep in mind, I think most of these famous people have some kind of an arrangement because that's the only way that it's going to work. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen that. That could definitely be a possibility. Like, I feel like when it comes to, like, if I had like an insanely famous husband and he was gone a lot of the time, I'd be like, we're probably doing a little something on the side.
Of course. And I'd rather have talked about it and know than it be something behind my back.
And if you're gonna cheat, fucking do it right. Don't be an idiot about it.
Yes, do it. I mean, you're when you're that famous, you can cheat, but you have to really fucking arrange it. Pay someone off to watch a door or something. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Watch the door. Somebody watch the door.
Someone to watch the door.
Somebody watch the door for Justin. He's out of control. I lost my jewel. I'm so upset.
Oh.
Okay, I found it.
It's in the tufted.
It's in the couch.
The tuft of the couch.
So okay, well that's another major fucking moment that I missed. Good Lord.
Yeah.
There were so many.
J-Lo and A-Rod got engaged.
Yes, J-Lo and A-Rod. I
feel like
J-Lo's hot Leo couple.
Oh my God. Yeah. J-Lo is just consistently a part of every year. She is just killing it year by year.
She's so fucking hot.
So hot. Talented. I enjoy every part of her work.
Yeah.
I like watching her dance. I like watching movies that she's in. I like watching her sing.
Dance
she's great.
Is wild.
I'm a big J-Lo fan.
Yeah.
Always have been. That's one of the concerts I didn't get to see. I feel like I did a really good job seeing a ton of concerts this year and last year. And J-Lo is still one I haven't gotten to see. J-Lo, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Miley. Those are things that I need to make happen soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see Katy Perry.
Yeah, it's weird because like I feel like she's kind of gonna. Well, and then I don't know. Did she get engaged this year to Orlando Bloom? I think so, right? That was exciting.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Nobody's really paying attention that much. It seems like.
I don't know.
There were rumors about her being gay.
Oh, there's
Weren't
rumors.
there?
There's rumors about. I think it's just because like she got her hair cut short.
Yeah.
You know, 2019. In some ways, we're so progressive as a culture. You know, it's like you can be gender fluid, but then still, if you cut your hair short, you might like pussy. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it. Also, we're like open to open marriages and shit, but then we see Justin Timberlake with his co-star and we're like, this piece of shit.
They're like, they're holding hands, kill him.
But truly, I would lose my fucking mind.
Well, holding hands is a very romantic thing. I mean, I've dated boyfriends that I don't know if they
want to
hold
hold hands with somebody I'm just fucking.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that was the worst part of it.
Yeah.
Like if she was like blowing him in a trailer or something, I'd be like, whatever. Let the kids have fun.
Yeah. Sorry, Charlie, drop it. The dogs are
out of control today.
They're out of control. I don't know if it's a full moon. What the fuck's going on?
I'm not sure.
It's insane.
It's
mean, like they're bloodthirsty.
But do you ever, when your dog is acting in a way that is uncharacteristic of who he is as a pooch, like, do you get worried? Because I then think some kind of natural disaster is brewing that animals are more in tune with than me. I think there's a ghost visiting.
No, I automatically go to, oh my God, he's going to die. I immediately go to that.
Oh, he's gonna die. Okay.
Which would be a natural disaster, believe me.
I mean, agree.
I cannot let go of another dog.
I can't let go of. I mean, I've shed tears for everyone's pets.
Yeah.
People I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of my nighttime. You know, we were talking about before bed routines. That's part of my before bed routine is finding a dog that has passed away on the internet. That also, coincidentally, there was some kind of a video made to honor his or her soul, and I watch it and I have a good cry,
That's beautiful.
Then I go to sleep. Some people masturbate before bed. I cry over a dog's death that I never met.
Well, that's fine. That's a release.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, you guys. I think that about wraps it up for us for 2020.
Yeah, and then we did this last year. So who do we think had the biggest moments? Like as far as like who were the major splashes of 2019 as far as artists, and who do we predict for 2020 to be the biggest artists?
I will say that obviously I have my feelings about her, but I think that Taylor Swift really had a moment this
I'm
year.
glad you said that because I feel the same way. I'm going to give a vote for Billie Eilish. I think she had a really big, I mean, we got to know her this year.
Yeah.
And, very Justin related, obviously.
Yeah.
So, I think they both had some big moments. I think it was a great.
But I will say, coming up in the next year, I think Demi Lovato is going to fucking hit it big.
Again, well, that makes sense because she just
gonna
signed
come
with
back.
Scooter. Yeah.
She's coming back in a big way.
And she has a hot boyfriend. Did you see this boyfriend Demi Lovato has?
No.
I love her because Demi is like I don't want to. This is not in a mean way, but Demi's in one of her heavier phases right now, which is why I love her as a woman who also has a fluctuating weight. I fucking love it, and I think it's so great for her to just like fucking flaunt her shit all over. She is so. I think she's so fucking sexy. Where's this? Oh, did they break up since yesterday? I hope not, because I thought there was like a picture of him up, and I'm like, God damn it.
she took it down. They're done.
Well, I know that gets so fucking nervous. I get so no. Here it is. Okay, well,
That's soon for her to have a boyfriend, but okay.
why is it? What?
She just got sober.
Oh, I thought you meant I was like, who the fuck has she dated? Okay, so it's August. Austin Wilson or Austin
Austin's
G.
such a
or
hot name.
Austin G. Wilson. I don't even know who he is. I only know him from Instagram. Yeah, so Austin. I guess it's Austin G. Wilson. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna like him. He's my type because he has a lot of tattoos. He's a little skinny, but he has like a ton of tattoos. They're sexy together. I really like it.
Okay, is he 12?
He in that photo he does look 12. He doesn't look 12 in all the photos.
Oh my God,
And
Demi.
you have to agree, you have to remember Demi looks a little older than she actually is. Demi's pretty young, and I always forget because she's lived like 17 lives already how young she is.
Demi. Oh, wow, they do look hot together.
Right? It's sexy. I think they're a great couple. All right, so wait, like Demi Lovato age. How old is Demi? We always fucking forget these people. She's 27, so she's not that young. I thought she was a little younger. So she's 27. And then Austin G. Wilson. Who is Austin Wilson? Let's meet Demi Lovato's new boyfriend. This is from November, so it's pretty new. Let's see. Well, apparently, because she had been seeing Mike Johnson from The Bachelorette briefly or something. But Austin Wilson is a 25-year-old model, so he is a little younger. He's the son of legendary skateboarder George Wilson, one of the Dogtown Z-Boys. That sentence means nothing to me, but maybe it means something to someone else.
Yeah, they're hot together.
They are hot. These pictures, I mean, this... Oh God, when I was dating the guy with the face tattoos, this is honestly how I envisioned us. It's like I couldn't make it happen for me because we just weren't compatible romantically. But I'm glad Demi and Austin made it happen for them. Because I'm hot. I mean, Demi makes me horny. She really does.
Listen, when I look at those pictures, I'm like, great sex, not gonna last. That's how I feel.
Well, I mean, that's the couples we all like to watch.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that. I'm trying to think. Oh, and I also think for 2019, Harry Styles had a good year.
Yeah, he did.
I think it was a very Harry Styles kind of year.
Yeah.
Moving forward, who do I think? God, I don't know.
Lil Nas X had like a fucking insanely good year.
Yeah.
Fucking the number one song on Billboard's 100 for 19 weeks in a row. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it was another one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who is going to have the
Obviously, Lizzo had a huge fucking year. Mm-hmm. She is going to kill it, I think, in the year to come as well.
And her story is kind of, I was reading more into her story. It's kind of beautiful because she had written the track Truth Hurts a long time ago. That's like an old track that just reemerged in a big way.
Yeah.
And I love a story like that. It's a real Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Well, it kind of makes me think like if there's something that's meant to happen, it happens on its own time. You don't need to worry about it. You make the fucking shit, and then if it hits, it hits. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah.
Because she became famous kind of in the way that Ricky Martin became famous. It was like 0 to 100. It was overnight.
Yeah.
Just absolutely everyone knew about her.
Yeah.
So I like that. That's fun.
Also, we have a little announcement, you guys. I think because that's it, right? We've
Yeah, well, I was trying to think of someone who would have a splash, and I just don't know who the fuck it's going to be. Last year, I believe I called Asians and Aquafina. I mean, I think Aquafina's rise is still happening. She has a new show coming out on Comedy Central called Nora from Queens.
Yeah.
I really do think it is like like Asian women are having a real moment. Actually, and Asian men too. We saw Bowen Yang be the first
Asian writer on
and now cast member on SNL. So I think
Ronnie
that
Chang's
was
special came out this week.
Ali Wong's still killing it.
Yeah. Also, definitely check out Ronnie Chang's special, you guys, on Netflix.
Yeah, he's such a sweetie pie too.
Asian comedian destroys America. He's such a great comic, such a good guy.
Yes. So it's the end of the year. It's the end of the decade, and Rosebud and I, we are, this was always a podcast for adult Justin Bieber fans and pop culture fans, aficionados. And Rosebud and I are adult women, and we have adult lives, and we have a lot of things going on. And so Rosebud is going to spend some time in Los Angeles. You guys know my feelings on Los Angeles and also New York. I basically dry hump New York every night as I walk through the city lights.
Yep.
I'm infatuated in love with it after all these years. I'm like a disgusting, I'm like a middle school or high school child whose parents are disgusting and still make out after 16 years of marriage. That's my relationship with New York. I embarrass my children when I drop them off to school with my love for New York. And so we're just gonna put a pin in Two Less Lonely Girls. It's an ellipses. It's a to be continued.
Yeah.
And Rosebud and I have a lot of exciting things happening in our professional careers this year that we need to concentrate on. And we just felt like we didn't want to phone in these, the show going forward in 2020 and being on separate coasts. It's like almost fucking impossible to do a good job podcasting together.
Yeah.
And we are the Two Less Lonely Girls,
and we want to keep it consistent for you guys. So it's better to say to be continued than to, end it for good. We're not doing that. We're just putting a pin in it. Corinne has her own podcast coming out with Joe DeRosa.
Right. I have Without a Country, who we did one live episode as a test, but it's, going to be every Tuesday at the Stand in New York City at 9:30. And we're going to then, slowly release content online, but I'm excited about that. Obviously I have a much different kind of podcast, but yeah.
And I have my own podcast coming out. I plan to release it March 1st. It's called Devil's Advocate with Rosebud Baker. And that is also a very different podcast. So you can listen to both of us on that and on our separate podcasts.
And of course, on social media, we'll keep you updated on all things pop culture. If anything happens, we can get together and do an Instagram live.
Yeah.
And I think we could check in with no schedule, but just when we feel.
Yeah.
When we feel the feeling in our hearts, we shall do that.
Yeah.
Because I still, we still love pop culture. We still love Bieber. And and we still have tracks coming out from me also.
Yes.
So very exciting.
All right. You guys have been the best. I love this podcast.
Yes.
I love doing it. I love the people that listen to it, and
it's been so fun. It was so needed and came at a time in my life when I was it made me love my podcasting, and it made me love my career again, because I was sad.
It really changed things for me too. I mean, honestly, I have you to thank for that. When everything, it just you guys come out to shows, and when you come out to shows, it changes everything.
Of course. The support is everything.
It is everything. And truly, this podcast changed my fucking life.
Yeah.
And put me on the map in podcasting terms in a way that I just wouldn't have been. So I have you to thank for that, Corinne.
Oh, I thought you were thinking the listeners.
I was thinking you.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, you were what it was I guess it was 2 years ago now. I was I called Rosebud Baker, and I think we all saw it. But when they went around, what the hell was that for? They went around with a microphone asking comedians who they thought the next person to pop was, and I was Rosebud Baker.
I remember that for the Interrobang.
Yeah, I was it's Rosebud Baker.
You're the best. I love you.
Well, I mean, I do feel I'm from my years in management. I feel that's one thing I I'm really good at seeing like, no, this is the person who's going to make it. I feel like I can feel it like in my bones.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love going around and being like, and just quietly like watching people and be like, they don't even know it, but they're going to be fucking huge next year.
I love it.
It's like, it's exciting for
You're
me.
like the angel. You're
It's
like
exciting.
yeah.
You can see. I mean, it's also like, it's not just, it's not luck. It's hard work. It's hard work. It's making the right moves. It's writing it's writing good jokes. It's a ton of things, but yeah. You're a star, baby.
You're a star.
Thank you.
You guys are stars for listening. Thank you so much. We love you.
Yeah, and keep talking to us. You can always, keep tweeting at us and Instagramming us, and we're still here for you and your pop culture needs. We just can't podcast together for the time being, but yeah, we thank you so much for listening. Thanks to Mike Coscarelli for being a fucking
Great
kick-ass producer. Thanks to Sarah Dooley for all the time she's devoted, not only to the theme song, but to writing songs with us and helping make me also the second best pop group to ever exist.
We love you.
We love you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.